Poor Canal, he had no idea. What was great was that when we did the first episode of Big Bang Theory, the Creepy Candy Coding World, originally it was going to be Magic the Gathering. And it turns out that it can't be Magic the Gathering, it can't be Magic the Gathering because there was sort of like gambling involved. And apparently there are states that are shocked to find out that you can use cards for the purposes of gambling. Those were just like, yeah, we can't have you doing that. So they made up Mystic Warlords of Ka. And as it turns out, it was better that they did that, because then we could like make up rules and make up play styles that served the comedy, rather than kind of like trying to get comedy for a broad audience out of Magic the Gathering. Like jokes that would be very funny to me, but that, you know, like my wife or the guy across the street would be like, I have no idea why playing Bison Rack is funny to you. What was really cool was that because like I was involved, it was very important to me that there was at least some internal logic to the rules we made up that the game actually played. And I was like, yeah, but listen, I just played this, so I can't play it again. You know, it's very clear that there's only however many things in the game, whatever. I've actually talked to the boarders extensively. It's like, really, let's make a Mystic Warlords of Ka. And they were like, we're very busy not talking to you right now. So if you want to do it, I know a guy. Sorry. You what? Oh, sweet, you're wearing Wesley Crushers t-shirts. Wait, so the Wesley Crushers or the Wesley Crushers? It's the Wesley Crushers. Are you even listening to yourself? It's the Wesley Crushers. Wesley Crushers. Wil Wheaton, who wanted me to deliver this message to you. A lot of people have given Wil Wheaton a pretty bad time for breaking up Leonard and Penny. I think that a lot of people, Wil Wheaton thinks that a lot of people are missing a larger, more important point. Evil Wil Wheaton won at bowling. Not a good bowler. So, focus, people. Something up. What is that? Oh, it's for me. Okay, so it's a t-shirt for Evil Wil Wheaton and Good Wil Wheaton. You see that? I feel like I'm going really long. Is there somebody from Gen Con to tell me that I need to leave? No. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I know there's more of us than them. There are other panels, and it sucks to make the whole day run long, so I'll take one more question, and then I'm gonna run out of here. Yes?
As a gaming parent, the articles that you've written have meant a lot.
Thanks.
Are there any stories or experiences that you have about bringing other kids to the game?
Yeah, actually there are. I don't know if you can hear it in the back. She said that she is also a gamer parent, and she games with her kids, but occasionally has to game with other kids. And the best thing about gaming with other kids is that I have yet to encounter a gamer parent who's like a little league parent, which is really nice. There is actually, this is going to sound like I'm shilling for my own book, but there's a story in here about the first time I ran D&D 4th edition for my son Nolan and 3 of his friends. They had wanted to play for a really long time, and I had so much fun playing with Penny Arcade, and I had just so much fun running delves that I wanted to like run for them as well. And his friends came over, and we started out. The idea was to start them on a campaign. For those of you who are familiar with the low level for fishing games, I was going to start them out on the Shadowfell. It's a great introductory kind of module for them, move them through Thunderspire Labyrinth, and by that point, I probably would have written my own stuff. I had this great overarching thing, you know, people trying to raise Orcus, and they would have to they would actually fight him, and it was going to be great. And I was worried that I would make some mistakes with them, so I slightly modified one of the low-level delves from the Dungeon Bell book, and I started them there as sort of like a preamble to then putting them into and getting them to Fall Crest and taking them to keep on Shadowfell. And we had a really, really good time. And his friends, it was very clear that their primary exposure to gaming has been single-player RPGs on the computer, and that they play MMOs, because they really approached it that way. And it was weird for me as look, I'm an old school gamer, and it was really weird for me to watch them. And I'm just thinking, look, I'm gonna run the game and make it fun for them, and I will support whatever they do. Why won't they work together? So I took this series of, I recapped all the things that we did together, and I wrote about them, and then I split them up across a series of posts on my blog, and then I thought about what I learned about being a DM from that experience, and I published that as well after the whole thing was wrapped up. And it ended up being a really heavily trafficked series of posts. I think it even made the front page of the Envelope. It was a wonderful experience for me. It was a lot of fun for me. There's an out-of-the-box game called I think it's called Gold Diggers. That I sometimes call it Claim Jumpers, which I don't think is the right name for it. But it's just one of those really fun card games with all the great John Cavallo, Artwork Disclosure. John's one of my best friends. It's a really fun game where you set up these mines and you get you gold out of the mines and stuff. One mine always ends up being just a crap mine. Nobody wants to get it out of it. So we started calling it the booty mine. That's the booty mine. You don't want to go there. And I wrote a song about the booty mine. The best thing about being a parent is embarrassing your kids. I mean, there's other good stuff too, but that's really a lot of fun for me. So I wrote a song about the booty mine, and I would sing it all the time. And my kids would have their friends come over, and I could see them struggle. Do we want to play? It's a fun game. He's going to sing the booty line song. And my son Ryan loves Talisman. I love Talisman too. It's a lot of fun. If you take out all of the expansions, so it only takes 12 hours to play, and if you role play it, if you really role play it, so if you're an evil character and you can either go to the square to get something you want, or go to this character and fight the good character, you go and fight the good character. We played that, and one of Nolan's friends decided that he was the troll and he was an alcoholic. So whenever he could go to the tavern to try and get drunk, he would. And he didn't win the game, but had an incredibly good time playing with it. And I think that we as gamer parents, we have a little bit of responsibility, like I wrote in these books, and I'm talking about it a little bit today. We have opportunity when we play games with people. We can add gamers to the world, or we can solidify the stereotype that gamers are antisocial and exclusionary and difficult to sort of get along with. And I think that it's really important when we play games to make sure that people we're playing with have fun, and that we leave them wanting to come back and play more games. And for gamer parents, it's great. You can form bonds with your kids, and you can know your kids' friends, and you can create an environment where as they get into high school and their friends begin having more of an influence on them than you do, your influence will come through their friends because they've been gaming with you throughout their entire childhoods. So please keep playing games. Games are important. Games matter.